Joining us now is Democratic Michigan Congresswoman Debbie Dingell. Congresswoman Dingell, thank you so much for making the time to be here tonight. I think some people want to pretend that this is part of a natural cycle of violence in American society when it feels very, very, very different. It feels like we're making a hard right turn into very dark, very dangerous, existentially threatening territory. I got to ask you, do you think the conversation is going to be different inside the halls of Congress? Because so much of this seems to be stemming from the people inside the Capitol who are fomenting paranoia and conspiracy and calls to violence.
You know, I think that there are some members that are doing that, but I also want to make this really clear. That I think you talked about, look, my threat started after President Trump went after me. But it isn't just the Congress right now. And there are Republicans and Democrats who are getting these threats. We are normalizing the kind of hate and fear we see pitting us against each other. But there are people, I've talked to people this last month who are going to school board meetings wearing bulletproof vests. It's happening at all levels, from city councils to school boards to the halls of Congress. And we can't normalize it anymore. Rage is becoming acceptable. Social media, you've got kids being bullied in schools. You have people anonymously going after everybody. We have got to realize it's becoming normalized in our communities. And while we can, hope that some people inside the Congress will stop, it is much broader. And we have got to stand up to this hate as a nation and in our communities, or we are in real trouble.
I gotta say, the people who are directing supporters to go to those city council meetings and school board meetings, in a lot of cases, are conservatives who want to see books banned. They want to see language not used in schools. They want to see change at the local level because they've effectively weaponized municipal politics. I mean, do you think you're in Michigan, where there are a lot of militias? Do you think this problem gets worse before it gets better?
What I'm hoping is that people are going to stand up to it. We've got to do that. I do have militias. It was the militia that was outside my house. Look, I'll be honest, you know it. When the January 6th was not the first time that men showed up at capitals with assault weapons. They went to the Michigan State Capitol first. And when I said that they didn't belong there, it wasn't appropriate. And then Tucker Carlson went on a total rant on me that night. That's when the men showed up with assault weapons. But I think we got to stand up to this hate where we see it. And I want to make it clear, yes, there is this group. It is, many of them are conservatives. There are others that out there are just stirring the pots and stirring misinformation. But they are going after Republicans. This is not just, there is a group, a minority or a group of haters that is pitting us against each other. And I am watching it. You are correct. Right now, in the last month, the town that was my hometown for years has been pitted against each other. And I've spoken out very strongly about it and did again tonight in that community, that you must stand up to hate. You can disagree agreeably, that we all have to treat each other with civility and respect. And if we don't, we are in real danger.